Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Tonight, we're going to be doing a night flight. We're going to fly the Cirrus SR22. We're going from Battle Creek, Michigan, westbound, into Chicago's Midway Airport, a major commercial airport. Not quite an hour and 5 minutes. It's going to be more like... see what that's telling me. 36 minutes. It's probably going to be a little bit more than that. 40 minutes or so. We're going to go at 12,000 feet. 126 miles. Let's go ahead and climb aboard. Let's go flying. I've been wanting to do a flight in the Chicago area. Especially thought it would be a good destination at night, just because it's such a highly lit city. So we'll be going over somewhat rural western Michigan. We'll fly over a couple cities. I mean, out of Battle Creek, and then over Kalamazoo. And then over a couple small towns, kind of on the coast, but it's more rural. And then we go over Lake Michigan. And then we fly down into the third largest, I believe the third largest city in the US. And look at that, still just a trace of twilight. Loading in, decent visibility, wind 240 at 6. We'll just round that up that way. And it's nighttime, which is kind of cool. Just looking to see. Alright, we will not need a pushback. We actually have enough room that we can turn on our own here. Alright. Let's go ahead, get the checklists. Grab the weather at Battle Creek. Oh, that's cool. I have like a little headset thing on a light. Haha. Alright. Battery 2 master on. .8. Lap lights. Battery 1 master. Fuel checks, oil pressure annunciator is on. Got flaps full. Now what's you need to turn CDI. Alternate air is normal. Fire extinguishers down there. Can't really see the... No, let's just turn that.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop.
We could probably leave it at 15% there. You can't see the Hobbs indicator. There may be a way around that. Well, I was trying to click to see if there's a way to get the what you could do is just turn the battery switch back off and open the thing and see it, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Let's go ahead and turn the strobe lights on. Bring the flaps up.
Lions gonna come.
Let's grab the weather here at Battle Creek. 040 at 6. Well, interestingly, the other thing said 240 at 6. Or something like that. 10 miles visibility, clear. 22 on the ground, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. 3004 is set. Mixture is full rich. Let's go power forward. Fuel pump. Boost a few times. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Boost. Close the throttle. Open a 1/4 inch. Ignition. Prop area clear. Alright, oil pressure is up into the green. Temperature starting to rise. Turn the alternator switches on. Flaps. Yeah, flaps are up. Let's go ahead and turn the avionics on. Alright, everything is initialized. Cruising at 12,000 feet. FLC 110. Nav on. VNav on. Alright, and I think we're ready to go ahead and taxi. Let's go ahead and do a turnout. And we're going to runway 4, so it's going to be a left turn. I have a little bit of a taxi. It's a decent sized airport. It's pretty out that way. We should probably turn our nav lights on. We'll turn our landing light on too, just as it is a little bit tougher to see. This is the taxiway that we're going down toward. Come on. Actually, that's super bright. We can turn those off. In the real world, when you fly at night, you don't want bright lights like that because it will really disrupt your, so to say, dark vision. So your eyes have to adapt in the short term to effectively see in low light conditions, like outside at night, and bright light will completely disrupt your ability to effectively do that. Alright, we're taxing kind of fast here. Got a decent length of a taxi. I'm gonna say runway 4. I'm about to say runway 5. Or 5 left, really, if there's a very small runway. Let's... oh, come on. There we go. Parking brake is set. Alright, real quick run up here. Let's make sure the trim is... set to take off there. Real quick, check the flight controls. Rudder, elevator, ailerons look good. Back into the cockpit. Set flaps half and check. It's half. That's half. Just look good. Alright, power up to 1700 RPM. Oh, not quite that high. Back down. Alright, there's 1700. Landing lights, ice light, pitot heat, everything. Amperage and voltage look good. We can turn these back off. Back checks, just the right. Good. Back to both. Good. That's good. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull the power back. Altitude mode, we have a code set. That's good there. Alright, before we take off, final checklist, mixture is full rich, flaps are set to half. Boost pump is on. I don't think we'll need the pitot heat, but if we get the annunciator that we do, well, obviously. Alright, now we'll turn the landing light on and release the parking brake. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and taxi out. We're going to rotate 77 knots. Lift off in the low 80s. 950, 960 is the altitude. So we get up to Let's just say 1700 on the altimeter. We'll go ahead and engage the autopilot. Taxi out, get lined up. Alright, here we go, full power. Alright, airspeed is alive, engine instruments are looking good. We're 77. We're off 85. Positive rate of climb. Flaps up. We're a little low on the pitch, that's why our speed is as fast as it is. But in reality, that's okay. Alright, let's go ahead, and I'm just going to make the turn. And we can fly this indicator. And then we'll engage the autopilot. That way we don't have to worry about chasing it and doing all the nav heading and all of that stuff. It's got a good view, turning over Battle Creek. Now that way's Kalamazoo. We can let that take over. Just make sure nav is on, FLC is on, altitude is set to 12,000, yep, and it is taking over. Alright, let's go ahead and do climb checklist, climb power, we leave it full, we can turn landing lights off. Boost pump can come off. Other than that, we're looking good. Quick glance outside. Direction of the sunset. That's pretty. There's Battle Creek Airport, and then here's the city of Battle Creek. Kalamazoo's over here. Couple highways and stuff, and then the coast, and we'll be over the lake. Let me check. Yeah, you know what, actually, the point that we pass over the shore is about, actually just a little over the halfway point. It's probably going to make us turn the pitot heat on here in a moment. Let's just go ahead and switch that on. So here's the route you can see. go out that way, then over the lake, and then into Midway. I think we're really gonna have any weather to worry about. A little bit of cloud cover, not much. It is 1 degree Celsius up here, and we're not done climbing. We still have a little ways to go to reach our cruise altitude. And that fast we've climbed up, we've already pretty much reached our cruise before we even made it to Kalamazoo. I think Grand Rapids is up there. There's the lake. Yeah, there's the lake. Wow. We could climb higher if we really wanted to, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Looks like we are over the clouds. I don't think we'll have to worry about ice. We've reached our cruise altitude. Let's go ahead and pull back. Set 30.5 on the manifold pressure. Right here. Things being kind of touchy. We have about a 9 knot headwind component right now. 30.2 is fine. Good with that there. We'll switch tanks momentarily. Now we're just about to pass over Kalamazoo. There it is. Can't see the airplane or the airport because of the airplane is actually blocking the view of it. I'm pretty sure that's Grand Rapids. It is. There's the airport. That's the city. It is. I just looked. Grand Rapids, right there, off the right wing. Before I forget, let's go ahead and switch fuel tanks. Go to the right side. Showing about a half hour en route. That's a very strong quartering component. It's not really strong, but it's considerable. We're going almost westbound, but the wind is coming from 324, which is just fairly high to the north. I guess with the length of this, I probably could have gone a little higher, like up to, I don't know, maybe 16,000. I'm okay with staying at 12. The wind is probably worse higher up. If I had to take a guess. We're gonna get a little more fuel burn up here. Or down here, I should say. But we'd be fighting the wind worse higher up. You could just barely start to see the other side of the lake. Chicago. Right over there. I bet you if we went up to 16 or 18, you'd have even better view. ...191 across the ground. That airport right there is Benton Harbor, Southwest Michigan. On almost to the shore, not quite. The coast. You can start to see the Chicago skylights. And well, maybe not quite all that far. But Milwaukee is out here. Probably a little bit more that way. Back behind here. It's still probably a little bit too far to be able to see that. If we look back this way, Elkhart and South Bend are not too far away. A bit further back. Looks like somebody flying an A320 up about 35,000 feet. Check our fuel burn. That's fine. Smooth up here. 8-knot headwind component, not bad. I mean, it looks to be very consistent and smooth, which I'm okay with. We go out. Look. Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. So we took off over there.
There's a distance between us.
One of the highways out that way, I think. It's fairly rural over here, and then once we go over the lake, it's gonna be a totally different story. It is pretty though. It's staying like a constant twilight. Now it is getting darker as time goes, but not full out night. It's kind of nice. Yeah, that's pretty darkening.
got millions of reasons to let it all
I think we could probably, I don't know why those are so bright. I don't think there's a way to adjust that. We can turn that down a bit.
And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again.
5% is probably totally fine there. I don't know why that is so bright.
Finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
You can see Chicago a little better. And I think that up there may be Milwaukee. Maybe not quite. Maybe. It's a little tough to tell. From a distance and also not all that high up. I mean, it would look different if we were at 32,000 as opposed to 12,000. Real smooth ride though. Quite nice. They're beautiful with that trace of twilight too. Alright, we're just about to pass over the water here. Yep. So we're just over halfway. And let's go ahead and take a little bit of time and figure out how we want to get set up into Midway. Wind 040 at 11. I was hoping we'd be able to actually take one of the 2-2s. I'm just looking to see what's available. They have RNAV. They have RNAV for 2-2 left and 2-2 right. And look and see along the runways are 5,500 and then 6445. 2-2 right would be nice because then we just turn off at the end of the runway and taxi right where we're gonna go park. Let me take a look here and see. LPV gives an approach 279. It's long enough, I mean, we can take 2-2 right. Let's go ahead and, so there's Savvy. I wonder if it'll let us go from Haxum. Get this to 280. And I have not entirely figured out whether when they set the minimums in this, if you're supposed to set above ground or actual, like, mean sea level. So I don't know. I'll go with 280. Because you know what? They do call out 500 above the ground. And we will load. And then what we can actually do is fly direct to the intermediate fix, which is Haxum. That'll save us a little bit of time here. So we'll go direct Haxum. Before we do that, let's turn VNav on. And let's just see what it says. Yeah, so we're actually getting close to top of descent. I'm glad I set that up. Just a couple minutes. We'll start making our way down. Showing about 14 minutes to get on the ground. It'll be a little more. Probably closer to about 16 minutes or so. Alright, we've reached top of descent. We can go all the way down to 3,000. Set 160 and let's go ahead and pull the power. Grab the weather at Midway real quick here. I'll actually open it in the sim, we can look at it. 0153. So this is getting old, it should update soon. 040 at 11. Good weather, 66 degrees. 19 Celsius, 30.05 on the altimeter. Okay. Now it's starting to get just a little bit bumpy. I was perfectly smooth most of the way, and it's starting to get bumpy here. 30.05. we can shallow our descent rate. Pump a little power if we need to. Let's run a descent checklist here quick. Altimeter's set. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch the fuel tank back to the left. Mixture's full, Rich. Boost pump we don't need yet. Landing light we won't need quite yet. Well, we'll get those when we get closer in. It is a fair bit bumpy up here, though. Now we can go ahead and turn the pitot heat off, too. We kind of get a cool view. We'll be able to see the skyline when we turn and fly our final approach. I can see the city. Like downtown, I should say. Skyscrapers and stuff. There's Miggs Field. Wow. Miggs Field doesn't exist in the real world, but I'm super glad that they actually modeled that. That's really neat. Miggs Field was out on a little peninsula. And the airfield was demoed back in 2003, I believe it was. And it was a very controversial move, and it cost the city of Chicago a ton of money in penalties and having to pay back a bunch of grants and federal funding and everything like that. So it was a big controversy. This is gonna be cool though. We're gonna have a cool approach. We'll basically be flying right over some of these skyscrapers. On our final approach course. Chicago's a good choice for a city to fly into at night because it's wide, sprawling out. Got all the skyscrapers over here. I believe that's O'Hare Airport. And that's Executive. Can't see Midway just yet. Just grab a quick look outside, though. Yeah, there's O'Hare. So I think that is Executive. There's the city. There's Midway. There's Biggs Field. That's so cool. Now we can continue at this rate of descent. It's not looking bad at all. Just a little time to get a few things done. Let's go ahead and turn the landing light on. Let's make sure we have a boost pump. Any other items that we need to do? No. We're good for now. So 30 seconds and we'll turn on to the final approach course. No, hold on. Shouldn't be doing that. Nope, hold on. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Oh, look at that. We get to go right over. Like, right over downtown. Get that landing light right there. Whoa! That sucker's bright. Wake up, Chicago. Or more like stay awake. So yeah, you level off here at 3,000. I tell you, that's pretty neat. And I went to Chicago last year and got to see all these places and stuff. It's quite remarkable. I mean, of course, it's always in the news for bad stuff, but you go to the good parts of the city, and it's remarkable. I had a great time. All right, let's go ahead in and approach mode on, altitude off, approach on, and it is not tracking. It's not. I'm gonna take it off by hand. Let's go half flaps. Gonna pull the power back. We gotta get lower to get full flaps. And we're going for the right runway. Just look at that, though. If that's not remarkable. Right over downtown. I mean, we flew right over downtown. That's pretty cool. Not a lot of places you get to do that. Alright, we need to take the power out. A little low. Not too bad. Alright, there we go. Full flaps. Now we can add the power back in. There's O'Hare. That's that close. Let's just add a little bit of power here. Yeah, I know there's a tailwind. We would come in on the 4s, but I wanted to get a more straight-in approach, and I wanted to go over the city. So we're just a little bit low. We're doing okay. I think that's the airline terminal right over here. Kind of see off to your left there. Alright, now we're a little bit high. Now let's take the power out some. Now we're getting... a little bit high. Pull the power out a bit. No, we're fine. Floating a little. Not a great landing. It actually was worse than it looked. I just didn't get in that flare position. Not a terrible landing though. Alright, let's go flaps all the way up. And we're just gonna roll. And I'm gonna real quick zoom in on airfield map. And we're gonna make a turn here. We're able to go past here just a little bit. Here it is. Yeah, it's tough to see that when it turned that way, but this is where we were looking to go. It's right over here. And then we have a super easy taxi into the hangars, the FBO. Midway's a cool airport. And almost right there by downtown. I'm not sure you can see downtown from here. If you can't, probably just barely not. Alright, and we can make a turn. Alright, there we are. Now we just taxi up this way for parking. We zoom way out and look around. Yeah. This skyscrapers would be in the back, and I think you can see, yeah, just barely you can see a couple of them sticking up over here. I don't know why that throttle kind of ratcheted forward like that. It wasn't supposed to. I don't know if he was supposed to park us. No. Alright, we'll stop right here. That's good enough. The FBO isn't modeled, I'm realizing, because it's the generic. If you get updated scenery, it would have the FBO. It sits right over here on the west ramp. Alright, let's go ahead and do our after landing and shutdown checklists here. Some mixture, full rich. Boost pump can come off. It's good there. Flaps are up. Pitot heat is off. Landing lights. We'll leave the strobe and nav lights on until we cut the engine off. Avionics can come off. It's good there. "43 minutes, 3 seconds. Flight-wise. Alright. Engine is confirmed. Stop. Go ahead, cut the ignition. Alright, now the lights can come off. Alternator's off. And the battery off. And all that is left is that right there. And now we have our little headset thing. 21.4. So I don't know what it was when we went in the plane. Probably about 20.8, 20.7 maybe. Probably 20.7. Alright. Well, we have made it down onto the ground here at Chicago's Midway Airport. That's going to do it for me. Thank you all for flying along. Hope to have you aboard on the next one. And until then, take care and stay safe. We'll see ya.